Elevator is broken, unfortunately, but we can take the stairs. Just like that. That's about 30 plus feet. It's that time again, time for another solo overnighter in the woods. And I'm thinking we do it at an abandoned watchtower. Let's get to it. So you can see here, back in the day, somebody was actually taking this thing apart. It's been out here for a long time. So all kinds of rusted metal and parts all back in here. Probably been there for a good 30, 40 years at least. There's slight movement back and forth, but it's designed to actually do that. Let's go up and check it out. Well, that's nice. Unsafe. Yeah, no shit. And so we're on the second level right here. The wood pretty much all looks the same. I mean, there's still life left in it. Level 3. Ugh. So there's level 1, 2, 3, and here's 4. And level 4, check this out. You got movement. Ah, level 5 has chairs. The executive suite. One floor to go. So 6 levels, and you figure when you stand here, I'm 6'1". It's about 6.5 to 7 foot in between. So let's just say 7 foot. It's about what, 42 feet? Just round down, 40 foot off the ground. With all that material down there, it could easily be 80 or 90. So we were right in estimation of that. All right, let's finish this bad boy off. And so at 40 feet, we're still not above the tree line. Another 40 or 50, we can see over top of all this. So that could be the remains of the handrails that would attach there like the rest of them and continue on up. Yeah, you fall off this, you're in a bad way real quick. Alright, so we're back at the executive suite, and there's no overhead cover on any level, so we're exposed to the sun and the elements. Perfect for a suntan, but I'm not here for that. I'm not happy with these platforms. Let's go down and look at floor number 1 because they're all identical, and we'll assess the situation from down there. So here's my dilemma. Every one of these platforms are identical. They're about 4 foot wide by 5 foot long, and that's impossible to sleep on. So I have a couple of choices here. Sleep on the ground, maybe tie off a hammock underneath one of these. We can do that. Or I could extend that platform over there with maybe some wood laying around here, make it longer to the end. So looking at that right there, I thought that was wood. It's actually that poly or polymer crap. That fake wood is what that is. It's not plastic, but it's close. And we're looking at probably about 10 footers right here. that those can be tossed up there to make up that gap that we're talking about next to the wood that's already installed, and there's more than enough right there. So there's our floor. We're looking about 3.5 foot wide by 7 foot long. So the floor that we just installed can double as a ceiling. It's going to give me a pocket of shade right here. Will facilitate some water runoff in case it starts to rain. But this gives me that shade pocket. It's perfect for a fire pit over here. If we want to put a hammock down here to hang out by the fire, I can. If it does rain or drizzle, we have something over top of us that will shed the water, keep away from my campfire. The smoke can come up and bellow around me, keep the mosquitoes away, still vent out the sides. So I'm happy with this. Oh. Trying to think of when I actually camped in a hammock, probably a couple years ago. Stopped parading these things around because most of the ones I was using, they had built-in mosquito nets, and when I went through 3 of them in 1 year by simply just rolling over, my elbow or knee or leg popping right through it, and then just sending it back, getting the same one and happening again and again and again, I decided to abandon the idea of that. However, my one true first love was the Eno, or Eagle's Nest Outfitters, and this is the Camo XL. And I remember a long time ago showing this, that you could get inside of it, and it was so wide that you can actually flip one side over top of it, and it basically doubles as a mosquito net, and you're cocooned inside. So I'll be okay with this. Probably put a campfire out front there. Now we got that poncho, and I'm thinking if we rig something up here for double waterproofing out this way, we should be in business. Place that in there, and we'll make a simple overhand loop here. Place it through the loop, and then pull. Look at that. Now we're going to take the stake, put it through the loop, and stake it down. Got this poplar bark right here, and I'm going to use it to make a bird's nest so we can light our fire for tonight. All we're doing is just rubbing it back and forth, and it's starting to process itself by fraying out, exposing all these fibers. And then we'll just form it into the shape of a bowl. Important thing with this is you want to get it as processed as possible. Got a video showing the difference between a tinder bundle and a bird's nest, and the tinder bundle lasts for several minutes, whereas a bird's nest will burn out in maybe 1 to 2, maybe even 3 minutes. All right, so we're going to form this into a bowl. And then I'm going to process some real fine material to stick inside the center of that bowl. So here's a quick lesson in bow drill. All right. When you see the heartwood like that, that is garbage wood. There's purple and green and all that. And that's an indicator that this may not produce an ember. However, that's where your skill level comes in. And you have to be smart enough to understand that there's nice white meat right along here. And if you take your spindle and stay in the white area, then you have a better chance of producing an ember versus 0 chance drilling into the center of this crap right here. Okay. Poplars out here are scarce, and so I'm going to work with what I got, and hopefully between the two pieces here, this is actually a better one, we have enough area there to get an ember. I'm going to go ahead and split this down the center right here, and then we're going to remove all that hardwood, or the heartwood. So it's actually kind of cool because never in my videos have I had access to stairs like this. And if we go to the 5th floor or the executive suite, we can bring those chairs down here as well. So maybe tonight around the fire or something. Elevator's broken, unfortunately, but we can take the stairs. It's small enough to fit right there. So when we flip it over, you got more than enough room right in that area. So it should work, theoretically. A true indicator whether or not a channel has any skills or experience with skills is to produce fire from the landscape. And it is the hardest thing. It will never get any easier no matter what you do. It will always be hard to do, and you'll fail miserably 1,000 times to get it probably 10 times until you can learn how to actually do it. Okay? Learn the hows and whys. Now, if you don't know the hows and whys, then you're still learning. Okay? So look at it like that. This is a bow. There's curved bows or straight bows. I like the ones with the Y branch, and no longer than fingertip to armpit. The longer the bow, the more revolutions of the spindle. Okay, so the better chances you have by doing this and actually getting, say, 30 revolutions versus going and getting like 5. Okay, so you want to actually utilize the full length of that bow. Okay, so that's where the skill part comes in, is knowing and understanding the hows and whys. So whatever YouTube channel you choose to watch, there's millions out there. Just make sure that they've produced fire from the landscape and they understand the hows and whys of that. Because once you learn it, can you do it in all terrains? Can you do it with different types of wood? Can you do it in different parts of the world? Can you do a hand drill? Things like that. So now, of a hand drill or a bow drill, in my opinion, the bow drill is harder. And here's why. There's more moving parts. You got a handhold or bearing block. You have a spindle or a drill. You have a fireboard or hearth. Then you have to find a bow. You got a bow string at a paracord or bank line, or off the landscape, making your own reverse wrap cordage. So there's too many things that something could go wrong with one of those, and the whole thing is garbage. Versus a hand drill, you have a fireboard or hearth, and you are the machine. Okay, there's 2 moving parts. Once you learn this, or the floating hand, where you're just sitting there like this, the rest will do itself, as long as you have the right dry materials. Okay. With that said, let's give this a shot. Another quick tip, look at the direction of the smoke. You don't want to blow it to where you're getting a face full of smoke. Just like that. There we go, spaghetti and meatballs. You know what? It's too hot to even be next to that fire, so we're gonna stay over here. Yep, it's good, nice and cold. So the humidity is here. It's full on, dude. So honestly, the fire was cool because I had a bow drill. Like we mentioned, that is probably the toughest skill in my opinion, to make fire from the landscape and be able to do it and repeat it, and doing it over and over and over and over again, and then understand the hows and whys. But it's too hot for a fire. So I'm gonna eat this, catch you on view. Alright, so real quick, midweek videos, they're back, they've been back. Everybody was yelling and screaming for skills and gear reviews, so I'm giving it to you. I've been doubling down on it, and most tend to miss and won't watch them. So if you don't watch the midweek videos, but then ask me, where do I get that gear? Where do you get that pack? How about this? Where do you get that meal from? How'd you do that? Well, you gotta watch the midweek videos, okay? Same with the Sunday videos. If you're not watching Sunday videos, then you're missing all the Etsy drops, okay? So when you come at me and say, well, where's cup and bottle sets, and where's this, and where's the striker, and where's the skillets at? Well, you're asking me these questions, it's already covered in the Sunday video. So watch Sunday videos. So speaking of that, right now we have 50 Corporals Corner cup and bottle sets dropping to my Etsy store. Once again, we have 50 cup and bottle sets dropping to the Etsy store right now. So I'd jump on that because they'll be gone in about 3 to 7 minutes, starting now. Good luck. That link is inside my video description box. So last thing I want to reiterate from last week's video, if you haven't seen it, here's that thumbnail. We talked about a new platform called Survival Mastery, and I explained in there probably about 10 times that yes, I'm still going to make YouTube videos, and people are still confused if I'm making YouTube videos. The new platform that I'll be making videos for, as well as working for the company, okay, it's a 2-for-1 right there. I'll be involved in the company, I'm involved in the higher echelon of the company, and we are trying to get a new platform out there for everybody to be a part of, as well as a Instagram page and a Facebook page. It's called Survival Mastery. That link is inside my video description box. Click on that, go to their website, check it out, see what they have to offer, see how it all works, how it breaks down, and then go to the Facebook page and go to the Instagram page and join Survival Mastery and tell them I sent you. Still too damn humid. So we talked earlier, well, yesterday, about the Camo Nest XL from Eagle's Nest Outfitters, and this is my go-to hammock. You saw it's about the size of a softball. You can stuff it into a pack, but we mentioned in that yesterday portion that on the pocket right here that you stuff everything inside, you can place a water bottle or a full water bottle inside there. Once you do that, you can grab this and flip it over the top, and it creates basically an outer shell, which will double as mosquito net and cocoon you on the inside. So taking it over the top, it now seals you inside here, and there's still more than enough room to lay diagonal inside here and get a good night's sleep. On that note, coffee time. Ugh. Ugh. All right, so this abandoned watchtower was kind of cool. I wanted to sleep on top of it, have a fire up there, but it was just too rickety. Not to mention, if I tried to lay enough clay down and say some embers got on that wood and burned the platform up, what's going to happen? I'm going to fall through the night or cause a fire later on. So took the safe route, built the ceiling above us, then the secondary waterproofing layer with our tarp or a poncho, and hung out here and had a good night. Nice and quiet. So it's kind of cool to do something different like this. Find something like this. Made the world a difference. Maybe we'll come back here and figure something out, you know, like reinforce the bottom or something and make a cabin out of it or something down the road. Anyway, last thing, I can't stop talking about it, survival mastery. I was fortunate enough to be asked to be involved in the upper echelon of the company and help out pushing this company. Like we said last Sunday's video, no platform like this exists at all. And no platform exists like this with the backing that we have. The old way of doing stuff is over. And I've heard comments, people already laughing, think it's a joke, and thinking, oh, it's going to fail, and lols, and okay, great. Laugh it up. Because unlike most businesses in this industry, they actually have people who've done this several times online and built online platforms and sold them off for various different companies and different types of, you know, categories, from construction all the way up to now bushcraft and survival and prepping and homesteading and things like that. It's going to wrap everything together. It's a one-stop shop. It's going to be like that educational site Udemy. It's going to be like Patreon. It's going to be like YouTube. It's going to be like online learning that gives you the option, once you're done learning online, to go with these individuals and learn from them directly or learn at schools or both and continue your education. No platform does that. Right now, if you go to my video description box, you'll see Survival Mastery. You go on there. We're offering a 25 to 50% discount for signups right now on the website. It's going to go live in October. So if you're there now, once it drops, you have first access to all that information. Okay. Along with that, if you haven't joined Survival Mastery on Facebook or Instagram, please do so. Good things are coming. We're getting it all ready. We're building it all up right now. We're also going to have an online store that's going to be very competitive with what's currently out there. So, again, get on the ground floor or something, or be left behind. And this hammock, I believe, can be found on my Amazon affiliate page under the shelter portion. I think it's there. Eagle's Nest Outfitters Camo Nest XL for extra large. And you get the straps separately, or sometimes they're with them. You gotta just look for it. But yeah, this is one of my favorites. One of my first loves, just like the Alice Pack and the new Savota that I'm carting around. Going back to the basics. Let's go ahead and end this bad boy off. With that, all the gear in my videos can be found in two places. One, my Amazon affiliate page, and two, my Etsy store. Both links are found inside my description box. Now, please do me that favor. Hit that like and subscribe button, then ring that notification bell. Once you ring that bell, please select all notifications. And as always, thank you for your comments, views, and support. Thanks for watching. Get out in the field, have some fun. I'm going to catch you next time.